that said that we acted as autocrats and were forcing the trust to do what we didn't want to do. That's not true.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You can't talk about democracy and the rule of law and not act that way.
When Mr. CHASTANET, as Minister of Tourism, tried to sell the Queen's chain at Jealousy, I was chairman of just.
Because they are conflicting interests, as I indicated.
It's not a business, it's heritage conservation, and unless you place value on heritage, you will then not see the value of what we do.
Because they are conflicting interests, as I indicated.
We will see a dolphin park in St. Lucia. My father was part of a group to be able to bring a dolphin park here. And what they couldn't find was a location. The government didn't interfere with the process. I have not interfered. I encouraged the developers when they told me that they were having the feasibility of doing the park at Anjabet would be difficult, to look at Pigeon Island.
And he's a hypocrite, right? I have not felt that level of mutual respect.
In my opinion, Mr. Toolsby needs to go.
What has happened to this government is they've personalized everything.
Have somebody who has made it public, her opinion about my party.
You know, people keep saying my father's party, but for me right now what exists there is not what John Compton put or built.
The marine biologist nomination was met with a rejection.
So, the National Trust, for me, based on what I heard last night from speaker after speaker, which did not give me an explanation of why they exempt from paying the 12.5% VAT on anything, goods and services. I think it's a quid pro quo, just like the opposition leader said. And I know this is what it is. And for those of you that don't know what a quid pro quo means an arrangement, a deal. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. So for those who really have not come across the word and know exactly of its meaning, let's pull it up a little bit and see what it means. Bear with me a minute. Okay, there we go. This is why Google is important. Some people use their phones to do all kinds of stuff, but the phone itself gives you some information that would educate you, make you fully aware of what's going on in the world. Quid pro quo. It means an arrangement between two or more parties in which there is... Let's read that again. Okay. An arrangement between two or more parties in which there is a reciprocal arrangement, exchange of goods or services. A reciprocal exchange of goods and services. Okay? So it's an arrangement, agreement between two or more parties in which there is a reciprocal exchange of goods and services.
Now, the relationship between the trust and government is already one that is naturally tense because government wants to develop, the trust wants conservation.
You know, you can create natural spaces, and the natural spaces themselves is what will bring the development. Because we're into tourism. We're into tourism, and the thing about the world now is ecotourism. So why do we think that making all the beaches in St. Lucia a national park for everybody to use, you know, having linear parks along the beachfront that is available to all and not to some, not excluding the beach for, you know, tourism, you know, the tourists alone, and leaving out our people and having a problem, you know, develop between the people and the tourism, but embracing it all. You know, conserve the environment, conserve the forest. Let's walk through the forest. Let's enjoy the forest. Instead of seeing the National Trust and people who are into the environment and conservation, we're not the enemy.
We've not made any secret of it. In opposition, we said what? We have to build a new St. Lucia.
But in his vision, what he forgot to tell us was that in order for him to provide us with this new St. Lucia, he's bent fast on destroying anything of the old St. Lucia, whether it's the St. Lucian psyche, whether it's our heritage sites, anything. And both in a metaphor and physically.
We have to build a new St. Lucia.
Let's work together to create a better St. Lucia for all. Let's create jobs. that are not just making up the bed in the hotel, but jobs that, yes, let's get away from the plantation slavery and let's create jobs that are more lucrative for people and embrace it all.